So for mermaid stretch, I encourage you, especially when you go through this tutorial, like sit opposite of me. That can be the best way in the beginning, especially to know that your legs are in the right position, because this can get kind of confusing. But everybody loves mermaid. Mermaid is so amazing for feeling length and space through your torso to help open up those tight hips and just open up that chest, right? But the thing with this is that so many times we can think mermaid is just to stretch, but really what it is to do is it's to find that fascial connection and lengthen, which means we are stretching, but we're not trying to push into our joints. We're trying to create space around the capsule and through the spine, right? So we have more space, but we have space that is supported and becoming stronger. So I want you to think about that, especially with mermaid, okay? So when you're in this position, we're gonna bring our knee side arm back. So for me, it's my left one here. We wanna zip up that core lightly. So we've got a light pelvic floor core connection. My back arm, right, I'm connecting back through here, underneath the scapula. So I'm not pushing up into my trap, it's underneath. Okay, so when the arm's back behind us, I want you to open that chest. So feel like you're kind of pushing your sternum up kind of towards the ceiling like this. Zipping the core, we're gonna activate the back of our legs. So light glute hamstring connection, we're gonna press up towards the sky, okay? And so when we do this, yes, we're going this direction forward, but I really want you to think about going forward and up. So we're trying to create space from this knee through the side of our core, up through that right arm, right? So we're trying to find that space. So if you want, you can kind of press up a little bit more on the side. We can do some variations here where you kind of round forward. Get a little light twisting. Remember, your twisting though is coming from the ribs. Okay, so that's where the movement's coming from. And as you go to twist, your pelvis is most likely going to want to lower. That's okay. We don't want to force us to stay up while we rotate, because that can pull into your low back. So it's like just allowing your body some movement can feel amazing. So rotating forward, we can inhale, come back up, open that chest a little bit more towards the sky, and doing some of that. Okay, so when we lower back down, we always want to be reaching upward. So you're gonna be feeling your quads working a little bit, because we've got to support ourselves. We've got the glutes and hamstrings on. That as we lower down, we're reaching up through our torso as we come on down. Okay, I'm gonna switch around to the other side. I'm gonna show you another variation. So, sitting in this position, and you may notice that one side feels a lot easier for you, because maybe one side of your pelvis is much more restricted and tight. I want you to know that's very normal. So it's very, very, very common that we have a lot of imbalances from one side to the other. So if you notice one side needs a little bit more attention for that lengthening, start on that side, do that side first, move to the other side, and then go back to the side that feels like it needs a little bit more creation of space, okay? So when you're in this position, we'll take our knee side arm back, and we're gonna zip up that core, activate glutes and hamstrings, wrap around that rib, and we're opening through here. So we never wanna push up when we're here, when we're like rounded, because that's gonna go right to our trap, right? And we don't need anything else to exacerbate any sort of neck pain. So we're lengthening up, using the back of the legs, we're coming up, and I really want you to reach, reach, reach. Notice the difference in this side. Our core is active lightly, like we're never drawing belly to spine, and we're not trying to activate like crazy. We're just lengthening upward, okay? Coming up, and then now when we do more of a full mermaid twist that you'll see me teach from time to time, what we want to do is we're lengthening upward. We're going to soften our back elbow and then bring the top arm through. So that back elbow is softening, the hips are dropping. So what we're feeling is we're feeling energy pulling upward, we're feeling our ribs wrapping, and then we're feeling this back elbow soften, okay? And then we come back up and we open. I'm actually gonna turn on this because you ladies can see my back arm a little bit, because sometimes it's hidden on video. So arm is behind me, this is the front, arms back, so I'm gonna connect through here. I'm gonna press on up, get my knee on the mat here, opening up, then I'm gonna start to soften this back elbow. But you have to watch that this doesn't happen right there. So we have to stay connected underneath. Elbow is soft, and then we're gonna bring our arm through, drop the hips a little bit, rotate through the ribs, exhale, because that'll give you more rotation. Inhale as we open back up. We'll show that one more time. Soften the elbow, keep lifting, use the back of your legs to help support you. And come on up, and then stay lengthened as you come on down. So mermaids are a favorite. Everybody loves mermaids. It's one of those where I'd recommend, if you ever find them in a video, or if you just like them, follow this tutorial a couple times to really learn how to do them correctly. Again, like I said, start on the side that's a little more restricted and tighter. Go to the other side, go back to the side that's tighter and more restricted. These are great, but just remember, we're not just trying to stretch, we're trying to lengthen and create more space and strength, because ultimately that is stretching.